Today, we're going to build a Star Destroyer using 10 LEGO pieces.
These are all the pieces you are going to need. In the description of this video, I left the piece names, count, and design IDs.
We're going to start with this 2x3 plate with the rounded end and hole, and that's going to be the bottom of our Star Destroyer. And the next thing we're going to do is grab 2 of these 2x3 wedge plates, both left and right. And what I want to do is I want to take those wedge plates that the straight edge is in the center of this 2x3 plate, and I'm going to put it on the front stud, and it goes to this rounded end in front. So I just put that wedge plate on that front stud, face it forward, get the other 2x3 wedge plate, and then you can kind of see how it forms that triangular front of a Star Destroyer. And if you want to look at the back at how those are attached, you're going to see that 2x3 plate underneath. And I love that hole in this 2x3 plate because it's kind of like the hanger of a Star Destroyer that's underneath. You kind of see it bringing in those smaller capital ships like the Tantive 4 underneath. So I do love that circle for this design. And when I flip it back over, because our building's on top, what we're going to do is get 2 more wedge plates, but this time they're going to be a 2x2 wedge plate, both left and right. And once again, we're going to put like the fatter end near the bottom or center of our 2x3 plate. We're going to have that pointed end in the back. So what I'm going to do is put that 2x2 wedge plate on those back studs, both left and right, and kind of create the bottom shape of our Star Destroyer. Now the next thing I'm going to do is grab 2 of these 1x2 jumper plates. And what I'm going to do is on the first jumper plate, it's going to be on the back of my larger 2x3 wedge plate. So what we have is we have our 2 studs here and then the jumper plate. And then behind that jumper plate, I'm going to get another 1x2 jumper plate and just put it right there next to it. So we're kind of creating these row of studs down the center. And for the back, to round it off, they're going to use a 1x2 half circle jumper plate, and I'm going to put it so that that flat end is against those 1x2 jumper plates, and it rounds around the back. Now, you mentioned I said there, and the reason I said that is because this is the design from the Super Class Star Destroyer set. It's like the mini Star Destroyer that's circling it, and I love the look of this micro build. There's a couple like adjustments I would make, and they kind of come here. But for me, I'm going to show you how to build the one that comes in the set, and then we'll do another tutorial where I do my little modifications, because the set still looks amazing. I just need to do my own personal touches to it. And so now once I've got these 3 jumper plates along the back, I'm going to grab a 1x2 rounded ended plate and put that 1x2 rounded ended plate on the back 2 studs of my Star Destroyer like this. And we're kind of going to raise it up here. And the reason we're raising it up is we need to put that bridge, the bridge of those 2 big like balls on top. And to do that micro scale, we're just going to use this 1x2 plate. And what we're going to do is you got that anti-stud in the center of the 1x2 plate, the anti-stud. Well, I'm going to put that anti-stud into the center stud or the end stud of this 1x2 plate with rounded ends. So center anti-stud goes into that stud, and here is a completed Star Destroyer in micro scale shuttling around the Super Star Destroyer.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or check out some of our other videos. Until next time, let's keep building together.